This is the Male Rights Activist Podcast, episode 22, where we focus on relationships, sports, and pop culture from a managed point of view. First of all, we want to thank each and every one of our listeners. Thank you for hanging with the fellas. Thank you for spreading the word about our podcast. We really appreciate you. Upcoming shows this week. You can catch me, Kyle, at the Ice House on January 3rd, 2019, 8 p.m. in the main room. Friday, January 4th, I'll be at the Ice House again, this time on stage 2 at 8:30 p.m. Saturday, January 5th, I'll be at the Comedy Store, 8 p.m. in the Belly Room. Look out for Kym Kral's new web series called Pops. Can't wait to see that. That debuts on January 7th across all of his social media. That's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You can find him at Angry Kym Kral. And please get your tickets for the Madhouse in San Diego. I will be down there January 25th, a very special day for me, and January 26th, 2019. On today's show, we have a special guest in the studio. Comedian Kym Kral stops in to give the female perspective on breastfeeding in public. A woman asked for a public apology after she was shamed for breastfeeding at church. I try to explain why it's hard to be a man in the modern era, and Kym shares one of her craziest hookup stories. You're going to have to hear this. All that and more right now. It's the MRA Podcast with Kyle and Kym Kral. I am Kyle.
I am Kym Kral.
We are saving relationships one listener at a time. We have a special guest in the studio today. Ladies and gentlemen, comedian Kym Kral. Thanks for joining us, Kym. I know you're pretty tired. You had a really late show last night. Tell us about it.
I did a clean and then a dirty show last night where like you did like the first half you have to do like a clean set and then the second half you have to do like your dirtiest set. These comics they had, I was like, their dirty set was cleaner than my clean set.
Their dirty set was clean.
Yeah, they're
Cleaner
like,
than hers.
Yeah.
my clean set. One guy like had a guitar and just like sang about his mustache both times. I'm like, well, I got it for my clean set, and I was like, the first thing I did was scream "fuck" as loud as I could. I was like, I can't do that. You can't.
Where'd you go in your dirty set?
I talked about.
I mean, if you don't want to, you don't have to.
No, I don't care.
Yeah.
I talked about a time. And I got a new bit out of it too because I was like, I'm just going to tell this gross story. When I was like 28 years old, I met a dude at a bar. 22-year-old, lived in a frat house. Didn't know. He's like, come back home with me. I'm like, okay. So
Hold on. Let's take us back. So you're 28 years old, right?
Yeah, I'm at a bar. I'm drunk.
So you're at a bar. You're drunk. And do you see him first, or he sees you?
I think he sees me.
He sees you, and what do you think when you see him?
He's very attractive.
All right. So then, what do you do?
Well, we hit on each other.
All right. No, I need to know what happened.
I mean, this is like a decade ago. I'm aging myself, but
it was. I know you didn't have to do that.
I know I didn't.
It could have just been 2 years ago.
Yeah, but I look great for my age, so I love aging. I love saying my age.
All right. So you were sitting at the bar, right? You saw a guy. What'd you do?
We were dancing. God, it was Busby's in West LA.
Sure.
And I think he just said, hi, can I buy you a drink? I don't know. Back in those days, I was kind of a makeout bandit. I think we probably just started making out.
So
I was trying to sound classy, but no. I think
he sees you. He comes up to you. He starts talking to you. And then what happened?
And then, oh God, this is so long ago. I remember his name. His name was Dan.
The reason why I'm doing this because I just want to know from the woman's perspective how the whole hookup happens. You know what I mean? Because as a guy, we're sitting there looking at you, nervous. Should we say something? Are we going to say something? All right, I'm just going to. And what was going on in your mind? You saw him, you're like, oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was like, he's cute.
And did you already decide you were going to sleep with him or you were?
Okay, there's more of a backstory.
There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Hey, guys, I want to take this time to ask you to subscribe to The World According to Cheryl. That is Cheryl Underwood's podcast. It's hilarious, and I'm on it.
I kind of knew him. All right, I kind of knew him.
Yeah.
And I knew that he had hurt my girlfriend, right? Like and my girlfriend was like, that guy likes you. And I was like, oh, but that's the dude that you really liked. And she was like, this makes me look so bad. she's like, so he likes you, so go home with him. And I was like, okay. And she's like, and then like leave
Friend
him.
is the man.
I know.
Oh, she wanted me to hurt him. She was like, get him to like you and then break his heart.
There it goes.
This girl was telling us a story one time, and she was like, oh my God. She's like, they call me the Pike Bike. We're like, you know what that means, right?
What's a Pike Bike?
Pike is a fraternity.
Okay.
And she was,
I know what a bike is.
yeah.
I know what a bike is.
Yeah, we were like, you know what that means, right? She goes, oh yeah, I fuck them all. We were like, all right, as long as you know.
And so, okay.
So she's telling us a story one time where she was blowing one of the Pike guys. She's blowing him, and she's like, and her name's Amanda. And in the middle,
we just put her on blast.
It happened. Okay. Amanda sucked. She ended up taking my girlfriend for like all of her money and like not like giving her deposit back, like $3,000 or something.
Right,
Fuck Amanda.
Fuck Amanda.
This is also a decade ago.
Yeah.
So hopefully Amanda has found her way.
She has.
She has.
It's like a nun somewhere.
So she's blowing this dude, and he, in the middle of it, calls her like Sarah or something like that. He's like, oh, Sarah. And we were like, oh my God, what did you do? She's like, I jumped up and was like, what the fuck? My name is Amanda.
Okay.
And they're like, we were like, did you leave? And she goes, no, I finished him because that's just rude.
That's what I'm talking
We're
about.
like, girl, he didn't know your name. Go home.
He made an honest mistake. Don't ruin the day because he made an honest mistake.
And Amanda realized that she corrected him.
Yeah.
And continued. That takes focus.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you met the dude. All right, so all right, you decided you were going to hit on the dude, right?
And my plan, so when I go back, it's a frat house, and I'm like, oh, I guess we're doing this. All right. So my plan was to just see what I could do. I wasn't going to like do anything with the guy. I'm like, I'm not that girl who was like, let me get him to like me. It ended up happening, but I was like,
organically.
I was like, I should see, I was drunk, and I was like, I should see what I could do, how far I could go before this guy kicks me out of his place.
Almost like how to lose a guy in 10 days.
Yeah, I mean, I spit vodka in his beer. I bit him. I fell down the stairs. I started crying.
You know what's hilarious is how much we put up with when we're trying to hit it.
Yeah, literally. And then finally I was like, all right, this guy obviously...
He's focused.
He's in. He's all in. So then we start talking, and he's kind of nice, right? So we're so then we start making out, and then we start hooking up. And then I start...
Hooking up as the sex started.
We didn't have sex.
Okay, what is it? You said we start hooking up. So clothes is coming off? Clothes
is coming off. He's touching me. I'm touching him. And then I start blowing him.
Oh, nice.
And then I throw up on him.
Wow.
But he doesn't know that I threw up. It's mostly liquid because I'm drunk. The look on your face is incredible. This is my dirty set last night, by the way. So I throw up, but like he still has his boxers on. So it's like through the little hole in the boxers that you guys like pee in, right? So I'm like, I stop blowing him, and he doesn't notice. He's still up there and then having a good time.
Some sloppy.
Yeah, he thinks I'm just like way into this. Yeah. So then I start giving him a hand job, and with my other hand, I take off the boxers, and then I mop up the throw up with this. It gets so much grosser. So then I mop up. Well, we just met. So I mop up the puke with the boxers, and then I throw him under the bed, and then he finishes. And then I don't know if you guys do this, you know this, but we don't want to.
Where did he finish, by the way?
Oh, when we don't want to swallow it, we just like put our head on your tummy and then just jerk you off until you do it, and then we, clean it up and we go to bed, right? Yeah. So I wake up the next morning at like 6 a.m. because I got to move those boxers. I can't like him know that there's like.
Were the boxers on your mind while you were asleep?
Oh, yeah, I barely slept. I mean, you barely sleep at a dude's house anyway the first time. Like, you don't want to, like, I don't know.
So you're basically sleeping with one eye up.
Yeah, like, if he finds those. So I wake up, I take him in there, and I'm like, oh, God, 28, I'm in a fucking frat house. So I go in there, I bury the boxers at the bottom of his trash. Not the first time I've put underwear in the bottom of a guy's trash for various reasons.
Okay.
And
I would love to know what these various reasons are later, but go ahead.
Okay. So I put it under there, and then I took the poop of my life.
Oh, my God. Took it down.
I had to. What were you going to do? The guy's asleep at 6 a.m., and I'm like, oh, my God, I'm in a frat house. I never thought I'd be shitting in a frat house again. So then I call my girl again. I used to live in a fraternity.
Okay.
So I called my girlfriend who, like, left me the night before, and I was like, I'm at a fucking frat house. And she didn't pick up because it's early. I'm like, you have to answer your phone, call me. You have to come get me. So I go out there. He wakes up. Now it's awkward.
Yeah.
And so he plays. I don't know why the dude just didn't like drive me home. This is before Uber days and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. So we play Point Break. I've never seen that movie. So we're watching it in awkward silence. And every now and then I'll like comment. And then like a minute later, he'll be like, yeah. I'm like, what? He goes, what you just said. Just so uncomfortable.
So he's watching a dude. He pulls a dude movie out. Point Break.
Yeah, he's like, get out of my room, girl. Like,
Yeah.
leave. So then my girlfriend
greatest.
finally calls me, and cell phones, like, it's
So
dead.
you're saying when he put the movie on, that was his way of saying you should leave?
I think so.
Nope, I
No?
disagree.
What was it? Give us a male.
yeah.
We have Ask a Woman. Ask a Man right now. Come
Well-
on. Why did he put the movie on?
Well, you blew the dude. Gave him like the great sloppiness. He doesn't know,
He has no idea it's puke.
and he wants to give you guy culture, one of the greatest action movies of
You
all
think he was
time.
like-
He wanted to share.
Because he wanted to let her in a little bit.
Yeah, like, okay, I like you. And so now I'm going to give you a gift. The gift of Patrick Swayze
And Keanu Reeves.
and Keanu
Really,
Reeves.
Keanu Reeves.
Yes. Honestly,
So maybe I
that
misread
guy was
him.
a keeper.
Really? I mean, he ended up calling me every day for like a year.
Exactly. He was not trying to kick you out.
See?
I mean, I spit vodka in his beer.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, girls can be so annoying when you're trying to hit it, and you're just like, oh God, something about not hitting it yet helps you look past every annoying thing. I remember my club
It's
days.
an annoying thing, yeah.
The giggling,
You guys don't like the giggling? The giggling's cute.
baby voice.
Yeah. I'll say if
Baby voice.
if you didn't blow the dude, he would not have called you.
You think so?
Yeah. All that stuff that you did, like spitting in his vial,
Listen.
he would have been like, "Oh, and I still didn't get any. I didn't. No, I'm good."
Listen, I'm gonna sound really cocky here, but I usually go home with dude. Like I have a show, and my partner is a dude, and he's always like the running joke. He's like, "Would you just go home and cry in his bed and go to sleep?" Because I do that. Like I'm the girl.
Oh gosh.
I know. Sorry, I'm a nightmare. And they always call me. They're always like, I'm fun, and I'm like, I watch football, and I'm a dude, and like I'm pretty.
You didn't know Point Break.
I've never seen Point Break.
Oh.
I loved Point Break now.
Okay.
Mostly because I like Keanu Reeves. So
Okay.
then my girlfriend, this is what the most embarrassing part is. My girlfriend calls, and so it's dead silent, and you hear her in the back, like, ha 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 ha. You can hear her roaring. She's like, you're in a fucking frat house. You are. Or whore, whatever. I was going to say ho. I was going to say ho and
That's
whore.
not ho and hard.
Yeah.
Harlot. It's a bunch of them.
A bunch of them, yeah. And I was like,
Harlot.
just come pick me up. And she's like, would you fuck him? And he's sitting right there. And I'm like, just come get me. And then she came and got me and
Yeah.
like out the window, like, hi, Dan. And I was like,
'cause she
oh,
knows him.
yeah.
Oh, I forgot
And we,
about
it was,
Yo, Kym.
What's up?
I finally finished my album, dog.
The one you did in 2013.
Yeah, man. I know, man.
Okay.
A long time ago, man. But I said, you know what? I'm gonna finish this album. This thing is coming out
Eventually,
you gotta finish. You can't give up.
I can dig it. And eventually, it's finally here.
Eventually, it's finally arrived, man. And I
Okay.
was listening to it, man. This thing was funny, dude.
Okay, it's not dated. No jokes about chingy
There,
or nothing like that.
there is some dated jokes in there,
Yeah.
like there's a reference to. It was before Michael Sam came out, because it was like a reference to gay athletes that came out, and I was
Okay.
like, wow, that's dated.
Okay.
But the juxt of it is yeah, everything's good.
Bruce Jenner still.
Yeah,
Is Caitlyn. Is it
yeah,
Caitlyn?
he's Bruce in the
He's
album.
Bruce.
I don't talk about him.
But he was Bruce.
Yeah, I used to have a Bruce Jenner joke, and he was Bruce in this when I recorded this. But no, it's ready, man. It's out.
Okay.
It's funny, man. Check it out and get it on iTunes right now. It's called "Be a Man at All Times." All right, before we move on to other interesting movies, I got to know, what are the various reasons why you dumped your drawers or his drawers in trash cans? Can you
I mean,
share
most of
with
the
us?
time they're mine.
Your underwear in a guy's trash can?
I mean, one time I peed the bed. Here we are. We're just getting right into it.
I mean, shit, therapy.
I think peed the bed once, period another time. I mean,
I
just
regret asking.
yeah.
This couldn't have been
None
one
of it's
yeah.
attractive reasons. They're
Yeah.
all just like
Yeah.
in a panic in a dude's
You
bathroom.
didn't
not,
see this coming?
I
yeah.
didn't
What
see
did
it coming, dude.
Why did you think I was hiding my underwear in trash?
I thought maybe a skid mark or something. I don't know.
Oh, I know.
Still.
I know it's
Wait,
disgusting.
peeing the bed and getting my period is grosser
worse?
to you than me
What's-
having a skid mark?
What's worse, dog? Pee in the bed or skid mark? To me, skid mark's the worst.
Yeah, if I had a skid mark, I think
they're
I'd jump out the window.
They're all like in that.
They all in the kill me. Man.
Yeah.
Oh,
universe.
that
In
dude
the
I
same
peed the
section.
bed. That poor guy.
That's hilarious.
And why would you throw like the underwear? Like he'll never know if it's.
Oh, he knew he was cleaning it up while I was in the shower crying.
Oh, okay.
But it was also It was also, I don't know if you guys know this, but we have period underwear. Like underwear we
the
use.
big draws.
Yeah, so it was like almost that time, and I didn't want to ruin new ones, and so I wore that, and then I wasn't planning on him seeing it. So, but then now I have to take it off because I peed in them, so I put them at the bottom of the trash.
Hey, what's up, man? I just had to take a time away from the podcast to let you know. If you want an MRA hat, you can get you one. You know why? Because we got them for sale. 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 You can get you one in red, blue, black, whatever you want. Just go to the website, themrapodcast.com. That is themrapodcast.com and get you one.
When I get home, I take my phone out of my pocket and I put it somewhere.
Yeah.
So it might be in my bedroom or so.
Yeah, you can't be reached at home.
Yeah.
Kamal hit you back a week later.
Yeah.
Well, that's like I have a girlfriend who like told me she put all of her best friends on Do Not Disturb, and she's like, I don't know, just like all the texts are giving me a lot of anxiety. And I was like, girl, that's mean. That's you just looked at me and like your best friend and just told me that like I'm not important enough for you to because of your anxiety.
Yeah.
And so then she was like, I don't know what to tell you. But then enough of her friends were like, okay. Well, I was like, I'm just not going to ask you to do anything anymore or text you. Like if I have something to talk about or whatever. So now she's like, I just have anxiety. I put mine, I don't respond right away, but that's not because I didn't read it or I didn't look at it. It's because I'm busy.
I don't have an alert, text alert. That's what I told
you don't?
Yeah, if you need to.
Oh yeah, I wondered why you were just like
don't
call, don't text.
Yeah.
I was like,
what's that about? Yeah, no, because I won't get it.
Oh really?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
Text alert. Nobody. Like if you text, anybody can text me right now and I won't know. There is no text alert.
How often do you check your phone then?
Whenever. If I want to use it. Like, you know why? Because I started realizing people were hijacking my day with their texts. They're cutting in line. Remember how yesterday when I invited you, I saw you at one of our favorite comedy spots and at the Eno Vino, and I showed you like my list of stuff to do.
Yeah.
So when I have stuff to do, I get really frustrated when people take cuts in line. Like it wasn't your time, but because you texted me, I picked up the phone. And now I respond, and then you respond, and then I respond, and then you respond.
But don't you think that's on you though? For not, like that, I don't respond until I'm ready to have that back and forth. Like
well,
that's you for letting
phone,
them.
But I don't even check. I don't. You can text if you want. I won't even hear it until I'm ready to deal with that.
Well, now I have your phone number, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna be.
You can text all you want.
Send you a lot of texts.
I'm
all night.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm a
In the
bit of
middle.
both. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I might not see that text, or I might see that text when I'm driving. Okay, I'll respond later.
Yeah.
Are you saying you checked your text while you're driving? You just say that on the air?
No, I mean like
Okay.
you know, I get a alert.
Who doesn't text and
exactly?
drive? Let's
I
all-
don't text and drive. I
You
check.
angel.
Yeah,
You
I
angel.
check and drive.
Oh, you check and drive, yeah.
And then I'll just forget. You know, I'll forget hours later.
That's why.
You know, hours later because I was doing something or I'm driving somewhere, and then, like you said, the list.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with whatever I'm dealing with at that point,
Yeah.
and totally slips my mind.
Like I just recently did this. I have the read. Like you know how you can put on iPhones if you read they can see
Yeah, they
that you
can-
read it.
yeah. You
I
do
have that now.
Now people know if you've read the text.
Well, that way, that makes me not open it until I'm ready to respond. So I have like
okay.
7 text messages right now that I'm like, I can't respond. I'm doing this. I'm busy.
Yeah.
And then that way they know, oh, she read it. And then if I don't respond, then I got to be a little passive aggressive.
Hey, come on, we got listeners all over the world now, man.
Yep.
And I was wondering, man, what the people do while they're listening to our show. I know we got a guy in the Navy who's in Spain. He listens. We got a lady that drives a Lyft. She listens while she's driving her Lyft and has her customers listen too, which is absolutely hilarious. Cat in Brooklyn listens while he delivers some fish. Okay. We want to know from other people, man, how do you listen to our show? What are you doing? Hit us up on the social media. I'm at Kyle Irby.
I am at Angry Kamal.
And let us know what you're doing when you listen to our show. Kamal, what are you doing when you listen to the show?
Man, I'm usually chilling, man. I take the train to get my son from school.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, man. So I get
that.
the headphones on and I listen to it front and back. The problem is I'm coming back. He wants to talk. I'm trying to listen, so I have to try to act like I'm paying attention to him. I'm really listening to my words of wisdom.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
Pretend like you're listening to your son while you're listening to the podcast. That's one way to do it. I usually listen to while I'm cleaning the house, man. I pick. Well, go ahead.
Domestic work?
Yeah, man. Oh, come on, dude. I wish I didn't have domestic work, but yeah, man. I usually listen to if I'm washing the dishes or folding laundry. I listen to any kind of thing that I don't have to think.
Yeah.
And I just get to listen. But I want to know what are the people listening? What are y'all doing? Let us know. All right, here's what happened. So the lady was breastfeeding in public, and I want to talk about breastfeeding. I'd like to know your take. Let's just get into it. Okay. They asked her to breastfeed in another location because at this church they have places that are for breastfeeding. But you know what? I'm not going to go first because I want to.
But they also made that place. An article said they made it like 40 years ago when times were different. Like the places in the church, like they're old. Mm-hmm. I mean, the one thing. Let's also be clear. The breastfeeding in public is fine. Okay. That's fine. And I'm like, I love that the church told her that the reason why she couldn't do it is because men and boys might have some lust feelings.
Yes.
Oh, really? You guys can't check your erection. She's feeding a baby. You know what I mean? Like that was hilarious to me that still is happening. That but and this is I cover up. The fact that she was like, I don't cover up. It's not.
She had the other titty out too, by the way.
What?
She had the other titty
Did I read that part? Was that in the article?
She was topless.
Yeah.
See,
at church.
Well, her, and I also have and I don't have a kid. So if you're listening and you're like, this girl doesn't know exactly what she's talking about. I've never breastfed, but I don't know fully. But my best friend has a 1-year-old. He's a little over 1. Mm-hmm. And she breastfed in public. She covered herself up. I think that's fine. But she's like, he's 1 now. He eats. He eats food every now and then. She's like, I might pump, but he doesn't want my. I feel like when I have a weird thing.
Yams and stuff.
But when they're old enough to ask for it, it's just kind of weird.
It's still healthiest.
It is, but you pump. I don't know. But I think so. She was topless in church. When I saw she wasn't,
titties out.
When I saw she wasn't covered, because when I was reading it first, I was like, okay, well, she's sitting in a pew, she's got her blanket over.
Yeah, she wasn't even in a pew. She was waiting for Sunday school to end. She went off to, this happened in Michigan. She was waiting for Sunday school to end.
In Michigan?
Yeah.
This isn't even in Portland.
Nah, what does Portland do?
Well, I mean, when they're way liberal. They're trying to make it legal for us to walk around. I think it's illegal for us to walk around topless. Yeah. I think that's indecent exposure, but I think there's parts of the states that are trying to make it legal for us. Out. That we're allowed, it's free the nipple. Yeah. It's a whole movement.
What?
I love nipples. So the thing is,
everybody loves nipples.
They asked her. They didn't confront her in public. Somebody on Facebook
messaged her.
Hey, about that.
What time do we live in?
But my thing is, the thing I didn't like about it was she was on her high box talking about the importance of breastfeeding and why it's it helps the woman not get depression and all this stuff. Yeah, okay.
Bitch was topless.
That's the point to me. You're topless. Put your titties away. And you said something that and I'm glad you're here because you said, guys, check your erections, right? Mm-hmm. If women seem to not want to be responsible for a guy's erection, and I get it. I don't think you can check your erection. You don't have to act on your erection.
Yeah.
But this is what sucks about being a dude. I know it sounds crazy because nothing sucks about being a dude, but a lot of it does. If you see something that's attractive, your erection is going to pop up.
Okay.
I don't know about checking. I don't know how you can not get an erection but you don't have to act on it. You don't have to graze on her booty like, hey girl.
That can't be real though. You guys get an erection every time you find something attractive?
Not now.
Not at certain ages.
Oh, okay. It was
but
I'm very offended. Neither one of you find me attractive. No one is erect in this room.
But if you didn't have clothes on, I would have a boner.
Really? Just like that?
Yeah.
And I would have to look. So if we were in some nudist colony and everything's normal, some weird community, mm-hmm. I would still be walking around looking like, oh, okay, all right.
You wouldn't though if you lived in a nudist colony.
But I'm saying
You'd be
I
used to it.
would.
Oh, if you went to a nudist colony.
Yeah, when everyone's like, hey, this is perfectly normal.
Also, you wouldn't if you've ever been to a nudist colony. They're not. It's like
I know.
people picture like hot people walking around.
I'd
it's
still-
like not people
I
that you.
still
But I'd
would.
still be excited.
Yeah, I still
Really?
Be, I don't know if
like
I'd be
natural
excited, but I would be curious. And I think they used the wrong term, or they used the wrong demographic. They said men could be like lusting.
Yeah.
It's, like, it's not the men, it's the boys.
Yeah.
I think most men would be like, kind of disgusted. Like, hey, put that away.
Well, it's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
weird.
But I think a
that-
boy, a 12-year-old boy who looks at National Geographic and stuff like that, is
For a
excited
boner.
about that, right?
Yeah.
Is going to see like move over a little. Oh, there's another one just for me.
Yeah.
You don't think, and I'm just playing devil's advocate,
Please
because
do.
if she wasn't totally taught, like, because there's people that'll argue for that if a woman is breastfeeding covered up completely.
crazy to me.
There's people that argue exactly what you just said.
No, I
so
don't have a- I
this
don't
is
have
a
an issue.
hard argument because bitch was topless in a
Yeah.
church.
And
Like,
that was my
And they
point.
had designated areas.
Yes.
I thought she would, like, when I misread the article, I thought she, like, I assumed I knew she didn't cover up, but I just thought
And even
that
that-
meant this boob was covered and
Yeah.
this boob, like,
And even that is like, and I don't cover up, so fuck you.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't cover up, so
I don't cover up. But here's the thing. If you don't cover up, that's cool. Because she had the law, she knew the law, she knew her rights. But if you're at church, and there is a responsibility, if you're at church, that means that man is your brother. And that means that man is your brother. And I don't think, I'm just going to say it, I don't think women understand how hard it is. And this sounds like, come on, boo, 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 have some self-control. If I get it. You ain't got to touch her. But if I'm not going to say you, if a woman was sitting here naked with the other titty out, I am staring at that titty. I am getting an erection from that titty. And I am going to see that titty later on in my mind.
you can't
Not with the
control
baby.
yourself though somehow. Like you
With the
can't
baby,
not
another
look
one.
at the titty. You can't, like, you adult Kyle cannot look
It
at that
would be
boob.
like- it
You-
would be
I
like-
couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't.
It would be like the greatest. What's your favorite dessert? Cheesecake.
cake.
Yeah. The most greatest cake
don't know.
just sitting there,
I don't really
frosting.
I don't really like dessert.
Well, what food do you like?
A burger, a really good burger.
A juiciest burger sitting there, you would just be like, God, that smells so fucking. You would just keep looking at the burger.
Yeah, but if the burger was a living being and was like, yo, I'm really uncomfortable with you staring at me like you want to eat me, I would have the control to not look at the burger.
You
Sounds good.
So you guys
yeah,
are
it sounds
saying
real good.
So you guys are
Sounds
saying
great.
So you were on the school of thought that like I should not be able to wear whatever I want because the
No.
men may like.
No, you can wear
like-
whatever you want. Just don't get offended if I'm looking.
Well, that's that's also. Oh man. Okay, that's also. I mean, that's whatever. Look, I don't care.
No, break it down.
But that's also like when a woman gets assaulted, and that's the equivalent of somebody being like, "Well, what was she wearing?"
I did-
or
that
she
is
shouldn't
weak.
have been wearing that.
No,
we should be teaching our boys to be like, "Hey,
Totally disagree. It's like if I'm in a like debate class and me and this guy are in a heated debate, right? And we're arguing. That's proper. Now, if he pisses me off, and I punch him, I'm wrong.
yeah."
I think that's the same thing. If I see somebody attractive, I think, hey, I'm attracted to this person, or I'm looking. But if I go do some, touch her or assault her, I've crossed the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I don't think they're the same thing. So I think if you wear something sexy or what, I don't know the right word.
Yeah.
And I look, that is not in the same ballpark as me like
No,
condoning
not at
somebody getting sexually assaulted because she had on something provocative. Because as a matter of fact, women get sexually assaulted when they're wearing
But
like
that still happens where people
Yeah.
ask, "Well, what was she wearing?"
And that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
that whole like the jeans movement. Like there was some like jeans day because a woman got raped because of the jeans she was wearing, and they it's like that's the craziest thing that you would justify that you get to attack someone because they aroused you. Now I get that you're aroused. I get it, but you don't get to attack. It's just like if I see somebody else's burger at Chili's.
You're not like
I don't
"Mom's
get to take their burger.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
I could stare at it. It's even rude if I stare at it. I got to look while they're not looking.
Yeah.
It's the same rule for titties.
I can't get
Well,
it.
I think,
get caught
I think
looking.
with this woman, what irritates me about it is that like she's hurting the cause. Because if she was in church, not in the designated area, properly breastfeeding, covered, I mean, I'm not saying like now people are going to be like, why does she have to be covered up? Because it's indecent exposure. And I'm sorry, if you don't believe it shouldn't be that way, that is the law.
Yeah.
And you're in church waiting for your kid that's coming out with little young boys. That is so inconsiderate.
And
To
other,
who?
and other
to
kids.
the other kids and the parents.
That's
It's a
the
church.
point.
So that's what I'm saying. This woman is hurting the cause.
Yeah.
When you initially said it, I was like, okay, she's breastfeeding in church and they shamed her. Yeah, they should apologize. She's feeding a human.
Yeah.
But this woman is like taking it to another extreme and now being like, it hurt. Like women like that hurt the cause. Like,
Right.
it's that pisses me off.
Yeah. Can I have your attention, please? We are trying to start a movement. You heard that right. We're starting a movement. We're doing something different here at the MRA podcast. We vibing with y'all. You know what I'm saying, fellas? You know what I'm saying, ladies? It ain't just fellas that listen to the show. Matter of fact, it's majority women, but it's all good. I know you know somebody that fits with what we trying to do over here. So all we need you to do is send it to them. Tell a friend. You know what I'm saying? That somebody know how we get down here at the MRA show. It's really called the podcast, but I just wanted to rhyme no and show.
I saw something similar. I was in Costco talking to this this woman, and she had we were like basket to basket. We were walking, talking, and she had a baby, and she pulled her titty out and started breastfeeding, and I don't think she covered. And there was she had a titty.
Yeah.
You know, it was like, wow. It was an impressive titty.
Yeah. Is it a route? Go ahead.
No, and she walked, you know, holding her baby, continuing her conversation, and it was weird to me.
And I wonder if that's just like the way our culture has raised us. You know what I mean? Like, is it that weird? She's like this. That's what these are. They're for food.
They are.
And like, is it just like our culture that has taught us that's weird, or is that woman like a warrior? Like, you know, not, but you know what I mean? Like doing the grocery shopping, like being super mom.
I wonder if all women walked around topless, would it make it less taboo?
Exciting?
Yeah, like would it make it less taboo? Like make less, because when I see a woman breastfeeding, I'm always looking.
You're
like
trying to look at the boob.
I'm trying to look at the titty.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm trying, but it's like I look. I'm not like, oh wow, move out the way, baby. Let me see the nipple. But I do look because there's something. There's something.
I'm trying to see the nipple.
Hey,
Like, take a breather, huh?
Stop being so selfish.
Take a breather on that nipple, huh?
Just lead your head back 3 seconds. Gotcha, son.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I can take the
There's
mental
something you
picture
still-
and then go back.
There's something you just don't see every day. I don't.
It's creepy.
Yeah, I don't see.
That picture's creepy,
What?
dude. If I'm like, if I take the picture of the titty and then use it later, that's just disgusting.
Yeah.
You're supposed to use your mental
But
picture.
if we were all, I said mental. I
Oh,
didn't say.
oh,
I
okay,
didn't
I
think
thought
you
you
were going
meant
to take out.
click.
I was like, you'd get someone would hit you for that. I think. Oh my god! But I think if we all were topless all the time, I don't think it wouldn't be taboo. It would just desensitize.
Desensitize it. Yeah.
Yeah, like if I was sitting here topless, but everybody was sitting here topless, and all the women were always topless, or like not. I mean, all the women are topless all the time.
Yeah.
But like you wouldn't be, maybe if the law changed today and we all were topless for a while, but then the novelty would wear off.
I think most women, if it was acceptable, I think a lot of women wouldn't do it because they don't like the way, you know, as they get older, like, I'm not the way I used to be. So I think a lot of women are more, they wouldn't go for it, you know.
Yeah, I think of it.
Yeah, women were like, well, I'm not doing that
But
shit.
I mean, it's just like dudes, you guys can be topless, and a lot of guys still won't do it. Like it's just body.
That's true.
Shame, I guess.
Body image.
Yeah, but I think we're less shameful of our bodies. You just go to the beach, you see like the big fat hairy guy walking around.
Yeah, but that's
he doesn't
cultural.
he doesn't give up.
That's
No,
true.
No, I mean like how
that's
we're
taught, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
taught. We're taught differently than you guys are. about our bodies.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
women are, from the time they're little girls. That's why I always try to tell my daughter, if ever I tell her she's cute, I try to mention that she's either smart or funny.
Good for you.
Because I do not want her on some, you're so cute. And I always want, oh my God, you look great. And then I'm like, oh yeah, do not have that. I do not want my daughters with this twisted, it's all about my looks.
Yeah, don't.
Bullshit.
I was told I was pretty a lot of my life. And like, I make jokes about it now, but like when I went into my first acting class in LA, my teacher was like, I'm going to give you a gross role because I don't want you to be pretty. Don't be pretty. Because it's like we're more than that. But when you're raised being told that you're just a face.
Your values, you're pretty.
Yeah.
For the little girls.
If you think about it, like men, little boys are like, hey, smart. I don't know what you
Yeah. Hey, buddy. Hey, sport. Hey, whatever. Hey, champ. Hey.
You're encouraged to like go out and like be competitive. And we're like, hi, princess. Oh, aren't you beautiful?
Aren't you pretty? You're pretty. Hey, you're pretty.
Yeah,
just like, I'm not.
It's like we're what we're our worth.
Yeah.
So that's cool that you do that.
Oh, yeah. Just because I just don't want them to be delusional. I don't want them to have this mixed up, because I've dealt with a lot of women that are damaged, right? So I'm like, I just don't want them to be as damaged in that area. They're going to have their damages.
We're all damaged.
Yeah, and plus I'm their dad, so they're going to be attracted to a dude like me, which good luck with that. I'm going to try to teach them that they can't change a dude like me as well, but whatever. I want them to know the truth, right?
When she gets older, would you rather her be like the smart girl who's is a paralegal or something, supporting herself, or just the beautiful chick who is the trophy wife of some billionaire who doesn't have to worry about a thing the rest of her life?
How about whatever she wants to be?
As a father.
As a dad. He's saying
as a father, what would
you're going the politically correct answer.
Yeah.
And now we're keeping it real and saying, what would you really rather see? Your daughter
never ever have to
a millionaire because she was dainty and married in, or 100,000 that she worked for? Is that the question?
Right. And she's like, burning the midnight oil every single night, come home stressed out.
Are you yelling at your radio right now? What the hell you saying? You wrong, Kyle.
You wrong, Kamal.
Yeah. Or right. That's what I'm talking about.
Word.
Yeah. Hey, then tweet us. Stop what you're doing unless you're driving. Stop what you're doing. Hit us right now. Respond to us. Just talk to us right now.
Let us know how you feel.
I'm at Kyle Irby.
I'm at Angry Kamal.
Or you can hit us both at The MRA Podcast and let your voice be heard.
Yeah, man.
So we'll read it.
We might even respond.
And you just might hear it on the show.
Yeah, man. Be a celebrity for a day.
Yeah, so man, just stop what you're doing. Hit us up, man. You'll get a response.
Yes, sir.
I want her to be what she is. Not necessarily what she wants to be, what she is. So if her talent is, if she doesn't have the talent to be a businesswoman, like, I think that's a big mistake people make. They try to make everybody do everything. Everybody can't do everything. Everybody can do what they're talented for. So if she has the talent to be a businesswoman that's burning the midnight oil, I want to encourage that. But if she is hopeless, I want to teach her how to cook a steak like a motherfucker.
Jeez. And what age do you find out if your kid's hopeless? All right, you're hopeless. Yeah, let's learn how to make a mean steak and vacuum that floor.
I'll contend some of those people who are married to those billionaires, they do have that other talent.
Yes, but
they've made a conscious decision. Yeah, like, this is much easier.
It is. It's a full ride scholarship.
Yeah, this is much.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't know. You're a woman.
I wouldn't want to do that. I think that, I don't know. I wouldn't be able to look. If I was just banging some billionaire dude just to in my younger days, I was offered lots of opportunities like that, and it was just always like.
That means you don't have the talent for it, though.
What's the talent for it?
Well, the talent, you don't have the talent to be that girl. Like, you don't have it in your makeup to be that girl. It's just like you don't have the talent to be a backflipping gymnast, but you have a talent to write jokes.
Yeah, I don't have the talent to sit around a bunch of guys and be like, hee, honey, do you want another drink? No, God, I would never.
You don't have that talent. It's not. You don't even have that option.
No.
Because it's not in you. Mm-mm. You would try for a day and just be like,
I don't know if everyone has that talent. I think that's something that you learn.
You can learn.
You can learn anything. But if your heart isn't into it, how good can you be?
I had a job when I was 25 that we basically were models at a billionaire's party. And it was like a bunch of girls. They gave us these bathing suits, and all our job was they hired us as waitresses. And then we got there, and they're like, basically, these are a bunch of billionaires who don't know how to be around pretty women. So you're just gonna, it was a weird job.
Yeah.
You're just gonna hang out with these dudes all day, right? So we hang out with them all day, and it's a good time and whatever. We made like $300 just to like party with these dudes. At like 5 o'clock, our wrangler, the woman who like hired us, she goes, "All right, ladies, here's your $300. You can keep the bathing suits. You can either go home or you can go out to the hot tub where the billionaires are, and anything goes. It's not on the clock, like whatever you want." And me and my girlfriend were like, "We're cool with our $300. We'll see you around." But a lot of the other girls were like, "Oh, I'm going to bag me a billionaire." You went out and hung out in the hot tub, blew a bit, like it was wild.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
You're off the clock.
You're off the clock. So, like, basically, like, these dudes do anything, it's not on the company.
You decided to stay.
Yeah. And we were like, we're going to go home.
That's nice.
Yeah, I think
I would hope my daughter would go home.
I think
That's your answer. That's what the daughter.
Unless she has no talent. Go ahead.
I think
She's
most
hopeless.
people. Most people want to make as much
Bitch,
as they
what you
can.
doing home, bitch?
Yeah.
Get your ass over here.
Hey, why are you?
What are
You are
doing?
hopeless.
Yeah, why are you home
We
so
have
early?
been over this. You have no talent. You get back in that hot tub with those billionaires.
Yeah.
What did
And
Daddy
smile
teach
and
you?
laugh at those terrible jokes.
Those awful jokes. Oh God, the jokes all day. Just like and then like the hump and the like
Go in
air,
Mama's
just
medicine cabinet,
all
get
the-
you something to numb the pain, and you get your ass in there.
Yeah.
snort that Xanax. It goes straight in. Don't take it orally.
Come
Snort
on now.
it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
What were you saying, dude?
That was what I think most people would. I think most people want to make as much as they can
Yeah.
and work as least
Least amount as possible doing what you
right.
hate.
And so I think that if there were female billionaires, if Oprah was in the club and stuff like that, I don't know if most guys would be attracted to Oprah, but they would still be trying to holler at Oprah.
Why?
Because, she can basically set them up for the rest of their lives.
That's the type of dude, though.
I think.
Like Kim's
I
the
think-
type of woman that's not going to
I'm
the hot
saying
tub.
majority.
Yeah, and it's the type
Yeah.
of dude that
He sees Oprah and he's like, oh, yeah.
Right. I'm saying it's the
I'm gonna
majority
laugh
of people.
at her jokes. I'm gonna yeah.
I think most people, are in the middle. The majority of the people, and then you have like the fringes and stuff like that. I would say you're on the fringe. I don't think, most of us live our lives, I'm not gonna get arrogant and say the talented people.
Hilarious.
But like the artists, the people who are trying to, change the world. Those people on the fringes. But I think majority of people live in this space in the middle, and those people will deal with the Oprahs or the Elon Musk's of the world.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's married and stuff like that.
Of course.
Right.
How could he be that successful and nobody had captured him just yet?
Right.
Really?
Well,
I think when I'm famous, I probably will be like, thank God no one captured me. Here I am.
yeah, but you're a woman. You're thinking like a guy isn't trying to capture a famous woman. A guy is not like, ooh, unless he's a gold digger dude.
Yeah, that's
he's
true.
not looking
or
for
someone on my level.
Yeah, he's not looking. He's not like, ooh, she's famous. I want her. Unless you're like, famous for being hot, like J-Lo or something. Then you're like, ooh, I want that notch on my belt.
She's not famous for being hot.
She was.
She's
She's 50 whatever now, but she was.
she's still
famous for her
hot
body.
at 50. But
that's what I'm saying. She was famous for being.
But she's
sexy.
talented too.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, she
Sure.
No,
she can
is,
dance.
Yeah.
But
She
as
can
far as
dance.
like getting starring roles in movies, she jumped the line.
She was
Oh,
fine
yeah.
as a. To me, like,
how hot
I'm
she
just saying,
is?
like,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, she's talented. She can dance.
Oh,
She can
okay.
act. But like,
I don't
I'm
know.
not saying she's like, one of these Instagram people that can't act. I'm not saying that.
Oh, okay,
I'm
that's
saying
what-
she's got talent, but J-Lo is fine. Like that's
Even now.
yeah. Like that's what you.
She's
when you think of
51
J-Lo,
and she's hotter than most people.
That's my
J Lo
point.
got the job because she was fine.
she's got enough talent.
She got in
Yeah.
the room because she was fine. They looked at the demo tape or whatever because she was fine.
yes.
Yeah, and then the talent though kept her there.
Right.
Yes, and her drive is drive is more than her talent. Her
Yeah.
hustle game,
Yeah.
her
I
mentality.
like her.
She is a monster. But
Love her.
make no mistake, she is on the list of J-Lo is fine. That's, you know what I mean? That's what you say about her. You say, oh, J-Lo, ooh.
I guess no one's ever like, she's real talented, that
Yeah,
J-Lo.
You heard that
she
J-Lo's
is.
album? Those pipes.
No.
Those pipes,
I don't
man.
think anyone would say that if she was not attractive either. If
She's fine.
it's a fun album, but no one's talking about her range.
Yeah, but Adele, they talking about a range. Christina Aguilera, she can sing. That lady can sing.
That lady is talented.
She can sing. Celine Dion can sing.
Yeah, I mean, I think, obviously pop stars, you have to have a certain look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people can sing.
Yeah.
But
Christina can sing.
Right. Yeah, I'm saying it's a lot.
But if
I think
she
a lot of
didn't
people
look the way she looked, would she be what you're? Are you saying? If she
Yeah,
didn't
I
look the way
mean,
she looked, would
Aguilera?
Christina be where she's
I
at?
don't know, man. She got pipes.
It's a lot of people that have pipes. A lot of people in
True.
church
Oh,
choirs
yeah,
and stuff.
true. True. No, you already, you don't even have to convince me.
There's
Once you said church choir, come on.
There's a million Beyoncés in the United States, talent-wise.
Talent-wise, yeah.
Right.
But they don't look like Beyonce.
They don't look
Yeah.
like
Do you think if Beyonce
you-
didn't look that way, would she be where she's at?
If Beyonce was breastfeeding, I'm mad that she's covered. Hey, if you're enjoying the podcast, do us a favor. Tell a friend. That's it. Costs you nothing, helps us out, and gives your friends some entertainment to make that commute a little easier, or gives them some company on a workout, or while they're cleaning the house, so it helps them out, helps everyone out. All right, so please subscribe, leave a positive comment, and share.
Okay, you have to understand. I was trying to explain to a girl the Me Too movement, actually, because she was like, I don't. This girl.
That's 2 friends, by the way. You got two ain't shit friends on the list so far.
She sucks. I was trying to explain because she was like, well, my buddy is gay at work and he slapped a girl on the butt and she was uncomfortable and he got fired, but he's gay. And I was like, well, he shouldn't have slapped her on the butt. That's period.
How about a human? Don't slap a human on the butt.
You don't get to hit other humans
on the butt.
But I was like, you got to understand. And she's like, it's just so crazy right now. Everyone's in trouble and all this stuff. But the pendulum is swinging the other way. Like, it's been over here for so long. Every woman you know has been followed, catcalled, yelled at. I'll walk down the street and someone will be like, hey, girl, you looking good. And I don't say anything. And then they go, wow, you're a bitch. I'm like, what? Why do I have to, I'm walking down this.
Gave you a compliment.
Yeah, why do I
didn't say
a
thank
simple
you.
thank you.
Thank you would have done it.
Jesus Christ.
You could have
And
easily.
then if I turned
2
and said,
words.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Do you,
Thank
really,
you.
do you really think that guy, once I turned around and said thank you, would have stopped at that? Oh, hey, so you're going to engage now. Let me follow you to the bank.
True, but there's a way to do it. Be like, I see you. It's
No.
something.
But you
No.
also are talking as a big dude that doesn't ever have to worry about his safety.
That's true.
So, it's the pendulum. It's been over here for so long
Yeah.
that it's extreme. And we've been unsafe for so long and no one's been, and now it's just over here. So
What's
now
up?
it's going to swing to the middle is what I'm saying.
All right, guys, now it's time for the lesson of the day. This is the thing that a lot of women don't know about men. It don't have to be Beyonce for the erection. It's their titties.
And I get that, but it's not.
Titties are awesome.
If that were the case, there would just be erections everywhere. If you guys can't,
But you
can't
may not
somehow
notice.
You
control.
can't. Yeah,
You can't tell how much
you won't,
when we're
yeah.
boning. Yeah, unless we're wearing
Obviously,
sweats.
did you know about them in high school? Because they were all around in class.
I wasn't very pretty in high school, so
Didn't matter.
no,
It's not about pretty. If you ever had that A cup, your concave titty out that day.
I had a concave. I looked like a 14-year-old
Yeah.
boy. My hands have
ever-
always been this size, but I was young, little.
If you were ever taking the test and you were hunched over the
my God,
desk
yep.
and your shirt was too short and we saw a little booty crack or
Just a
some
little crack,
panties,
yeah.
right? You wouldn't know. That guy behind you, he knew. Like, uh-oh.
That's the point. I don't think women really. Women don't think about dudes because women are like, come on, control yourself. That's always the line. Control yourself. Stop being. But you don't understand you do not understand the mindset, the physicality, what it's like to be a man. I want to say this again. You don't get to take the burger off of somebody else's plate just because it's delicious.
You don't also get to stare at the burger because, like you said, it's rude to sit there and
rude
just stare at the burger.
But I'm telling you right now, when they're not looking, I'm looking at the burger. I'm looking.
All
at it.
right.
I do that at the comedy club when I'm on stage. I'm looking like, damn, the burger look good. But I'll mention it because it might get a laugh. But no, I'm staring at the burger, but I'm not touching the burger.
The most embarrassing thing is when you get caught looking at the cleavage.
Oh, my God.
You're talking, and you look down, and they notice, and they like,
oh, I hate that.
Oh,
I hate
and you don't. You
feel
see
so
them
And
horrible.
they don't acknowledge it. Just
Yeah.
keep talking. Like,
And
shit.
you know, like we know that you know that happened, and we're
Yeah.
also like, oh, he's looking. Should I like? I'm gonna just like look. I'm gonna do this a little bit. Like
Yeah.
we're just as uncomfortable.
Yeah, and that's
If
that's
not
the worst
more
feeling.
uncomfortable
I know
than
that's the
you
worst feeling. That's the worst feeling. Like,
shit,
dang, I just
she caught me.
my creepy just got
Yeah,
revealed.
God
You know what I mean?
damn.
Don't.
And then, yeah, like damn
And
it.
now, like whatever you're saying after that, I don't even hear it.
I know because I'm embarrassed.
Yeah,
that's
now I'm
that's
like-
the life of a dude though. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. It sounds like oh, you poor dude, but yeah, no, it is embarrassing to be caught being a dude,
Yeah, now I have to like
especially
fake it.
in these days.
So my eyes will go everywhere. Like
these
I just look
days-
at everything.
I will say this, and it's not popular, but like I can't. I know. I mean, there's lines, but now you guys are so scared
Oh, yeah.
because of
Yeah.
everything that's going on.
Yeah.
But it's also like it's pretty black and white. Don't take your dick out in front of like you
That's
guys
crazy.
aren't.
Don't take your dick out.
You don't know. You guys aren't. I'm trying to put that like you guys. I'm comfortable sitting here. You know what I
Good.
mean? Like
and
you
I'm
guys
trying
are
to
not.
keep you comfortable. Like,
And
I'm,
you
I'm
guys
like,
aren't,
yeah.
but it's not hard for you to keep me comfortable. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not like
you don't know how
constantly.
hard I'm working. I'm not
Yeah.
saying I'm working hard, but you don't know.
We're like
Well, then good for you if you
Yeah.
you know what I mean. But you're
Yeah.
still making me comfortable.
Like, I'm constantly-
right now. You guys are working hard not to make me uncomfortable. Like you
I'm
don't see me
making
as like
sure.
I'm not.
like
It's-
you don't
it's
see me
good.
as like a colleague and just like a friend in here.
No,
that's,
I'm
like-
good. No, I'm actually talking about like
Go ahead. I see you as a colleague, right?
Okay.
But you're still an attractive colleague. You're not him. Like, there's no circumstance where me and him are ever gonna have a sexual relationship.
Ever.
Never. But you're still a woman. So at the same time, as a guy, it's the same reason why when you were throwing up, spitting in the vodka in the guy's drink, and
Yeah.
he didn't, you tolerate it. As a guy, it's like you might hit it one day. So you keep yourself in the possibility that one day, you never know, you might have an opportunity to hit that. What were you gonna say?
no, and it worked out for him.
Who?
The guy.
because
Yeah.
they blew him.
Yeah,
He was patient.
He never got blown again
Yeah.
though. He tried.
it's okay.
Man, he tried.
Yeah,
Just the one time. I wonder where that guy is. You ever think about that?
Fuck that.
No, probably not that guy,
Yeah.
but like, you ever think about a girl you hooked up with, and you're like, wonder what she's doing now. Not like interested. Really?
Never.
I'm not interested.
Unless I
like,
wanna hit it again.
I'm not like, oh, I wonder what he's up to. We should do that again. I'm just like, oh, I wonder if things worked out.
If
for
I want to
Dan.
hit it again, then I'm wondering.
But other
Yeah.
than that,
Nah.
I was so mean to that guy. So I do think about.
Nah.
Yeah, like the thing you said that you don't see me as a colleague that's here. I respect you as a comedian.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, thank you.
I didn't bring you over here to hey, it's,
To
it's
attack,
game
sit
time.
me
Yeah.
down, and then you guys.
no.
Let's make
These
it.
shits are not connected.
Yeah. I only know you because I see you go up at the spot.
Yeah.
At, Vino, and I respect you're funny, right?
Thank you.
So yes, I respect that. But like I said, you're still a woman, so I still have to.
You said attractive.
All right, you're still in. Still a woman, so I always have to make sure that there's like a defense up.
Mm-hmm.
Keep your eyes up. Don't look too long. Like all that stuff is going on right now in my mind. Like you even have like little holes in your dress, and it's like don't look for the nipple.
It's a romper.
I don't even know
I
what
don't
that
know
means.
what that is.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's like a okay. It doesn't matter.
Point is, you have little holes in your dress, right?
And you're like, don't look for the nipple?
Yep. I have to consciously not look for the
You know
nipple.
what's
But for the
halfway?
audience, there's holes in it. Like so, it's like
I
there's
mean, they're not big holes. They're classy holes.
there's still holes in it.
But
they're
they're classy
classy. I don't know.
I didn't even notice until you
pin-size
said
holes.
something. Now I'm fighting not to look.
See,
You can
that's
look
what I'm
at-
saying.
you can
no,
look.
don't.
No.
You can't look.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
That's
much
what it's like
weirder
you
now.
do.
You can't see us, but now they're actively avoiding eye contact with
That's
me
what
and
I'm
making
saying.
intense eye contact at each other, going, "We can't look. We can't look." This makes it feel even weirder than it would be if you guys were just constantly looking for
And
the
this
nipple the whole time.
and this is what this man's talking about how hard it is.
It's constantly making sure that the
We
man doesn't
don't.
come out too much.
Right.
Like you
You're
have
not
to
looking-
constantly
you're not
guard.
looking for my
don't.
nipple.
No,
That's
you know what
great.
it is? You know what it's like? It's like driving downhill with your foot on the brake. That's what it feels like. You constantly, if you let the foot off the brake, it's going to get creepy. So I always have to have my foot on the brake, my man brake, to make sure.
Oh, I was like, why is it creepy if you take the
because it goes real fast if it doesn't. Like I'm seriously, I'm consciously making sure that everything stays unprofessional because
every
if it,
dude.
I mean, I'm me. I can't speak for every dude, but that's me.
I'm gonna start doing a poll.
Yeah, I can't. And this is another thing I don't think women know. We don't have time to get into it. I don't think women know how much every dude is like dudes. Like, because dudes are constantly trying not to let the dude out. You know what I mean? Does that make sense, Kamal?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's right. It's like a trained tiger, Siegfried and Roy.
Yeah.
No matter how hard he trained those tigers, they're still tigers.
Yes.
He didn't attack him though because he was trying to protect him.
Okay,
actually.
Still a tiger.
It's
Still a tiger,
still-
yeah.
Chris Rock said, the Honorable Chris Rock said that tiger went tiger.
Yeah.
Dudes are, I'm conscious. I'm concerned about women being like, you justifying Harvey Weinstein because he's a dude. No, because I think we've said over and over again, you don't get to touch the burger on the plate. However, you don't know how hard it is for me not to just ask, hey, can I smell the burger?
Yeah.
Can I just smell the burger?
And it's really hard for let's say Harvey Weinstein, right? So he was just attacking women, actresses, because he knew he had some power.
Yeah.
Then you have Steven Spielberg, no accusations, great guy. And Steven Spielberg knows I can do exactly what Harvey Weinstein did.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, he was on before Harvey Weinstein. He could have did it with Jaws, all those girls.
But you don't think there's a difference in the man?
Hold on, I gotta
though?
hear this though.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, on the set of Jaws, all those extras in bikinis who wanted speaking parts. Steven Spielberg could have totally taken advantage over all of them, right? But he didn't because he's a good guy, right?
Yeah.
But he knows he could.
Yeah. You were going to say you don't think there's a difference in the
There's
man.
difference in the man though. Like you said, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
Like Harvey Weinstein is a monster.
Yes, he is.
Steven Spielberg is like,
Not.
I don't even think he was like, I could probably bang that girl if I gave her a
See,
role.
that's the
I think he
thing that I
probably
don't
was
think
like,
y'all get. He was.
Really?
Yeah, that's the thing that I
But
don't
he
think y'all
wasn't.
get.
I don't think he was like, but I want to. I think he was just like, oh, I don't know. I don't. Maybe
See, that's
it's the
thing.
back of his.
This is the man brain to me because I don't think this is the thing that is so fascinating with the way women think men. Like he's not like that. My dad's not like that. Like the thing is, I would think I can't speak for Steven Spielberg, but I would think when he was on the set of Jaws, he thought, "Dang, she look good," but I'm gonna focus. Let me do my job.
He probably was like, oh, I'm going to be the biggest director in the world.
When
That's
he's looking
what I
at the
wanna do.
dailies, and when he's over there with the editor, he's like, "Who is that?"
Oh,
I
for
think
sure.
Yeah. But he was like,
That's
"All right,
like
let
the
me get back
girl
to
who's
work."
like, my boyfriend doesn't watch porn.
"Oh my god,
Yeah,
my
like
boyfriend
that's-
doesn't look." Yeah,
It's like killer whales, orcas. The guys at SeaWorld think, "Oh no, Shamu is different from those guys out in the sea."
yeah.
No, he's not.
He's not.
No, he's
Look at Kim just looking
I
in the
don't
sky.
understand that reference.
Go ahead.
Every now and again, those orcas would become orcas and kill one of the trainers and stuff like that.
They did.
What?
Yeah.
I know there's a big controversy about SeaWorld, and I kind of stayed out of it, to be honest with you.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
once
man.
while the tiger goes tiger.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
orca will take one of the trainers and take him to the bottom of the
Oh yeah, and the show.
during the show. Yeah.
Just snap, bite her, take her down. She's going. What the hell is this part of the show?
And there's kids watching,
Screaming,
Oh,
yeah.
No, that's morbid, but God, I wish I was in one of those shows.
That's
That's
worse.
wild.
That's worse than seeing a titty at Sunday school.
That's where all this stuff.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, y'all? If you like this show, you want to help us offset some of these costs, man, you feeling the need to donate, then do just that. Go to www.patreon.com and make a donation to the MRA Podcast. That is the MRA Podcast with Kyle and Kamal, and you can find us at Patreon. Or you can catch us in the street and just be like, hey, man, I love y'all. I want to bless you with some cash and put some dollars in our pocket. You can do that. Or you can hit us on Venmo. Find our names and just, bless us with dough on Venmo. Or you could pray for us. Do that too. But we prefer cash. Where can they find you, Kim?
My name's Kym Kral, Kymkral. I have a live radio show on Dash Comedy Mondays 9 to 11 p.m. called That's Fucked Up. You can look it up. It's KYM and Ken Show on Instagram
What's
and
your
Twitter.
website?
KYMKRAL.com.
So your Twitter, your Insta, everything.
Everything
you got.
My name's weird, so yeah, everything I got is KYMKRAL. Follow me.
Okay.
I have a Twitter. Angry Kamal.
Angry Kamel.
Yeah.
Hey, check it out. Hit us we have a website, The MRA Podcast, www.themrapodcast.com. You can also email us at dearirby@themrapodcast.com. Give us your little love questions, and then we will answer them on the show. I really want to thank the listeners for tuning in. Thank you for all the comments. I really appreciate it. Kym, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
From a different perspective.
Oh, yeah.
I was leaning towards Monster, and you pulled me back.
Stupid.
Thank you for fighting and not making me uncomfortable.
Fighting, yeah.
Fighting your inner demons and not making
I
me
kept
too
Mr.
moving.
Hyde in today. Dr. Jekyll won.
Don't forget to watch Pops on January 7th on Kamal's social media at Angry Kamal. Ladies, we love you. Fellas, be a man at all times.
Deuces.
MRA.